Yeah. So are we ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Booyah.
Awful. So,
There's our intro.
oh, that's old. That's really old. I don't
I
even know
know. I
how.
don't even know why I said it.
It should be ashamed of you. It should be embarrassed for yourself. But anyway, episode 16 of Nothing to Play. I'd forgotten the name of our own podcast. That's bad, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, I don't say it very often.
No, I've not even been. We've not even been doing it this. Like, if we'd been doing it for like decades, I might understand it, but I don't know. It's still like 16 episodes. That's like 16 weeks. 4, 8, 12, 16, 4 months. It's a 4-month anniversary. That's quite nice.
I didn't even think of it that way.
No, it's only just occurred to me. Although I think we've missed a couple of weeks, so it doesn't.
Well, we have done, yeah, because we started, like, the first one was in October, then we did one the week after, then we missed a few weeks in November, then we didn't do one over Christmas.
Yeah.
Because we ran out of free space, so setting up the website and whatnot.
Yeah, I guess. We'll just call it. 4 months. That'll be. That makes the most sense.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, why not? So, but I suppose we started, kind of properly this year, and it's like April, which is the 4th month. So, I'm gonna say it counts.
I'll tell you what. We started the day after the Switch announcement.
Did we? We did, didn't we? When was that?
Yeah.
That was January. That was early January.
Was it? I can't remember now. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like forever ago, and they announced it, and now it's been released, and yeah. So I suppose we better get on with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we've got one almost kind of gamey related piece of news.
It's only slightly, just.
Yeah.
Also very slightly gaming related.
Only very.
Well, I thought
slightly.
it was quite funny.
So the Canadian bank, oddly enough, has a new $10 note, and on the little announcement page where you get to see it, if you put in the classic Konami code, it sort of rains
money.
$10 notes. It's
and the Canadian national anthem plays as well.
Does it? Oh, I don't have the sound turned up at work for fairly obvious reasons.
Look, I came across this story. It was on PCGamer.com. And I was like, what the hell has a $10 note got to do with gaming? What? So I clicked on it, I was like, okay. And then it said, just go to this site and then put in the Konami code on your keyboard. I was like, okay. And I was like, wow, that's actually quite funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, I've got to send that over to you. And then I just sent you the link and said, put the Konami code in.
I did. And it was, at first I was just like, but there's no start button on my keyboard. How am I supposed to put the Konami code in? But yeah, it was it's kind of interesting. I've heard of the Konami code used on other websites, and now I'm sort of very tempted to start just putting it in all of my programs. I might start a.
I think Google did it one time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have done it, but I just don't remember who.
But yeah, we'll have that link in the show notes so if you want to go and try it out yourself.
You should.
We kind of spoiled it for you, I guess, but if you want to go see what it's like.
We'll put it on the Facebook group as well, so it's fairly easily accessible. But yeah, well, it's entertaining for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So more importantly, the Scorpio is using HDMI 2.1 and Freesync, which kind of means nothing at first glance.
It depends if you follow this kind of tech news. This is actually really big news because it would be the first console that uses this technology.
Yeah.
Because the HDMI 2.1 has. I'm not sure if it's actually using FreeSync, but it has its own version of FreeSync within its technology, which reduces screen tear. Basically, is what it does. It syncs up. How that technology is meant to work. It syncs up the frame refresh rate with your graphics card. So if parts of your game that isn't rendering a frame, you would get screen tear. But what this technology does is it keeps everything in sync with your monitor and your graphics card, and you never get to see screen tear. It's amazing. I've been using it on my monitor with G-Sync. It's incredible.
That's perhaps the least eloquent way of putting it that I can think. But yeah, essentially, yeah, it.
That's
That's basically doing what it's doing. If your monitor can't keep up with your graphics card, and your graphics card says, "Here's the next frame to view," but your screen is still trying to show the old one, then it tries to show both at once, and then that's where you get the screen tear. And I hate screen tear. I really do.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It can really take you out of things.
I mean, I don't think I've seen it in a long time.
What, screen tear?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple of PS4 games that do kind of screen tear. I mean, it's certainly I've never had it so bad that it becomes an issue. And usually, if I want to tear a frame, I have to really plan to do it. So just jiggle the mouse around really quick. That'll tear frames quite easily. But yeah, I mean, it's anything that makes things look better. The only problem is Freesync is not on TVs yet. So you have to have a monitor that has HDMI input with Freesync. You can, I guess now that they're making it a big thing, that TVs will start being produced with it, but is that going to increase the cost of TVs significantly?
I imagine so. It's a marketing ploy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The TVs are going to have HDMI 2.1 support. And they're not going to be made towards the end of this year. So really you're looking at next year before you get them. So if you just bought a brand new HDR 4K TV, you're not going to receive the benefits of this.
No, which makes you wonder if people are just going to be like, I'll just buy a monitor.
Well, I do think it's gonna piss people off next year or this year, whenever the Xbox is actually launched, and go, well, I'm still getting screen tearing, it's shit, and people are just not going to understand why that marketing ploy isn't working with their TV.
Yeah, I mean, when the PS4 Pro first came out, people were saying, "Oh, I've just bought a 4K TV and my PS4 Pro's not picking it up." It's because there was some TVs, like some of the early ones, weren't compatible, or some of the cheaper ones aren't compatible, and that annoyed a lot of people as well. But I mean, you can't. It's the sort of thing you've got to kind of research a little bit. You can't just be like, "Oh, well, I've got a 4K TV, so 4K is going to work."
Yeah, it definitely is. You've got to educate people on this as well. So when Microsoft advertise this, they're going to have to say somewhere that you're going to need to buy a new TV in order to use this.
Yeah, or have your TV may not be compatible with.
Yeah, something like that. That's probably a better way on a marketing ploy than it's not going to work.
Yeah,
but you've got to educate, and it's. I just think people are going to be. A lot of people will be like, I don't understand what the hell that means. I've got HDMI. What's the difference between my HDMI and this one?
Yeah, it just means
bandwidth. That's the difference.
Yeah, it just means that now I'm going to have to wait again, because I was planning on getting a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro, and then I thought, well, maybe I won't get a PS4 Pro. Maybe I'll wait until the Scorpio's out and see which one I like best, but I can still buy my 4K TV, and now I can't even buy that. So it's just
yeah, you're probably better off waiting, just saving some cash.
But the problem with that is, I'll wait until the new TVs are out, and then they'll say, "Oh, this thing's coming out in 6 months," and I'm like, "Oh Christ!" So you never end up buying anything because you're just too busy waiting. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to make it a jump in at some point. But if you're wanting to play Scorpio and not have screen tearing, and you're wanting to buy a new TV, you're probably waiting until next year. I just wonder how much they're going to cost.
Yeah, I mean, I really want the one thing I really want is HDR. So
See, I've used HDR and like it's all right.
yeah, I mean a lot.
I don't find it like breathtakingly like. Oh wow! I really wish I didn't buy my 4K TV and now I had HDR. It's just not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it side by side, and the colours are better and the picture's brighter, and the tagline they always use whenever it comes to like new TVs is the blacks are blacker and the whites are whiter and all this kind of nonsense. But I mean, I think between 4K and HDR, I can tell when something's HDR, but I can't always tell when something's 4K. So I think that'll probably make the difference for me.
I find that interesting. You can tell with HDR because aren't you slightly colorblind?
Yeah, but it's just like things are brighter, I guess, and the colors are like more vivid. But yeah, I guess it's one of those things that we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, so you really need to watch the video for
yeah,
that.
Digital Foundry put this video out talking about it, and they do a really good job explaining what screen tearing is and how it occurs and all this kind of stuff.
They showed a video of Forza, and Forza looks incredible. I never realised how good Forza looks. Like fixed 60 frames per second, no dropped frames, just looks spectacular. Why they can't?
It's a really nice looking game.
Why everything can't just be run from the Forza engine?
Yeah.
So, Uncharted Lost Legacy is the new. Is that standalone?
It is standalone now, but it was originally going to be the add-on pack that you got with the season pack. But they've actually fleshed it out into a kind of a standalone game now.
I don't think I bought the season pass.
I did because I had £5 knocked off it, so I got it for like 15 quid or something.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So I've got a good deal on this.
Yeah, but it's like if you pre-order the standalone, you get the Jack and Daxter collection, the 4 Jack and Daxter games, which are...
Unfortunately, if you have it through the season pass, you don't get those pre-order bonuses. But I guess that's fair because you're getting it at a cheaper rate.
Yeah, I mean the Jack and Daxter. I played the Jack and Daxter. Well, I didn't play the Jack and Daxter. I played the Jack and Daxter games briefly on the PS2, and really there was a game. There was a game just called Daxter on the PSP, and that was incredible.
Yeah, I played a bit of that. It was really good.
I really enjoyed that. One of the few games I finished on my PSP. And then the Jack and Daxter like HD remakes came out on the Vita. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get them. And they were free on the PS Plus deal thing once. So I tried to play them, but I just didn't get on with them. I really wasn't enjoying them. And then I thought, well, maybe it's just the first game. Maybe the next one's better. And the next one was better, but it was still as awkward. And then I sort of thought, well, the third one might be better still. And the third one was slightly better, but it just... by that time, I'd already gone through bits of 2 and 1, and I just couldn't be bothered anymore. So, I mean, it's still a decent game. I don't know if I would pre-order it just to get those, because, again, I'm not really that bothered. And I've got a feeling it's going to be one of those things that will be on PSN fairly quickly.
Probably, yeah.
Because
like the Uncharted thing won't, but
no, I mean the Jack and Daxter collection. Just because it's already been on for the Vita, I kind of think they'll just stuff the PS4 version on.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, still really good games. Still,
I remember them being really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. Well, I say I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the bits that I played, but I just kind of got fed up fairly quickly. But yeah, Daxter was by far the best one.
Is that the one where he was a secret agent in taking the piss out of the Matrix?
I think there are lots of kind of...
Or was that Clank from Ratchet and Clank?
I think that was Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
But there do seem to be like a lot of... I seem to remember there being a lot of like dream sequences in Daxter where there's some like racing levels and some kind of very non-standardy kind of bits. So I guess it could have been that as well.
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, it's been too long.
See, what's popping in my head now is Conker's Bad Fur Day when he's doing the Matrix.
I've still never. I say I've owned that game. I've got Live and Reloaded, and I've got it on the Rare Collection.
Yeah, I have the Rare Collection one.
And I never get past like the first couple of hours. I've never got that far through it.
I tell you what, I was just playing some old N64 games, and a lot of them are really hard to go back and play.
They don't look good.
No, not at all.
They're awkward. They're just. I mean,
to be honest, the PlayStation games look better.
PlayStation games look there's a lot of PlayStation games that are still very playable, but the N64.
I mean, there's a lot of them that look like utter shite.
Yeah. I think maybe the N64 tried to do too much. I mean, at the time, I think they were like technologically superior, but they've not held up well.
No.
The one game that I played recently that I was like, yeah, this is easily as good as I remember it, was Blast Corps.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that game.
Yeah, but there's basically no graphics in it, so. It's kind of very playable.
Mario 64, Zelda,
Mario Kart,
Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart. Basically, Nintendo's games look amazing still.
Yeah, first-party games look pretty good. The one game that I remembered always wanting to play and never playing, and then eventually playing like decades later, was Jet Set Gemini. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's just.
Yeah, I vaguely remember the game. I did play it, but I can't remember much what you had to do.
There's like.
It was 4-player, I believe.
I don't think it was 4. Maybe it was. I know there's twins, obviously because Gemini's twins. So there's like a boy and a girl, and they're kind of like space explorer-y things, and there's a dog. Who's wearing like armor? I don't know if the dog's a robot, and it's just bad. It's so bad. But yeah, that's so I don't think Nintendo are going to make a mini N64 just because they couldn't give it away. Scorpio dev kits. Strangely, they've shown pictures of the dev kit. I mean, very rarely do you get to see pictures of dev kits.
I tell you what, Microsoft's dev kits, the Xbox One dev kits, especially the S, are really nice looking kits. They're so nice.
I mean, this one, the Scorpio dev kit is about the same size as the original one, which I would not have been shocked at. But it's got kind of lots of buttons. You know, it kind of looks like a cross between the One and the 1S.
Yeah, it does. It looks really nice.
I'd be happy if that was the final kit. I mean, it's got lots of actual proper buttons. None of these silly wave your hand over it and they work.
It's got an LCD screen on there for, in the article it says for FPS counts, but I don't know if it's for that or not.
I'd be so happy if they had that on. I love stuff like that, like buttons and dials and. Oh, it's really, 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 really nice.
Yeah, it is a really nice looking kit. Like the dev kits for the original and the S, they have like patterns on it, like straight lines going across, and then they're crossing between each other and stuff. And then it's got XDK written on it. And it just looks so nice. It's like I really wish they were the actual released ones. They're really nice looking consoles. Especially the S, it looks so nice.
The original Xbox was the I mean, there's a picture on that link that shows an original Xbox which is black at the bottom and then has like a see-through top. But the one I've seen is the like Halo see-through green one. But where the console says Xbox on the drawer, it just says debug in the same kind of font. And they look really nice. I think they make really nice dev kits. I mean, other people, the GameCube dev kit's just a PC. The PSP dev kit's just a PC. I don't think Sony
the original
do dev
PS4
kits.
dev kits were like a big. They look like a really old Betamax thing. It's just a big box and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Sony do dev kits, but well, I guess there's no real point to do dev kits well because you.
No, there's just it's temporary stuff, isn't it? And then you'll get later on. Companies will actually get proper dev kits and test kits in.
Which look basically
like
just the same as the console, but have like a different BIOS, I guess. But yeah, I mean just the dev kit looks incredible. I'd be happy if the dev kit was just the final one, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be like that, unfortunately.
What's interesting is they say they've got tons of memory on there and whatnot. It's basically the same chip, but it's completely opened up for them, so it's actually more powerful than the Scorpio is going to be.
They usually are.
So that is. I thought that's quite an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, I've heard that before that the consoles are the dev kits are significantly overpowered, just because really they've got to deal with unfinished hardware, unfinished software, and it's fairly intensive to run unoptimized, unfinished hardware.
But yeah, you should definitely people should definitely take a look at the dev kit picture. It's really nice looking.
Yes, you should. And the I guess we're on to the main topic. We're steaming through this at.
It's been a fairly slow news week.
Yeah.
Although the news has been interesting, but it's just not been like a lot to talk about.
No. But this next one this next thing's pretty good. It was the Baftas, which is the what does BAFTA even stand for? British Academy for Film and Television Awards, something like that.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think so. But they have a game section every year.
Yes, they do have games, and games BAFTAs are pretty big. Well, I say they're pretty big. They don't really. It doesn't really get the television coverage that the Oscars.
No.
I mean, the Oscars, they go on about it for solid weeks, but the BAFTAs.
They actually stream the game on Game Awards now.
It's the sort of thing that cool. I should really watch one year just to see it.
Well,
but
I was watching it last year because Death Rally was nominated, and I was hoping we were going to win. We lost out to Rocket League, but you know.
What surprise! I don't even like Rocket League. It's only okay.
Yeah, I think it's all right. It's definitely deserving of his success.
Yeah, I suppose so. So what I think we can do is if I read out the I don't know, like the section and all of the nominated games, you can announce the winner. Do it like the proper Oscars?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that.
Okay, so the award for artistic achievement. The nominees are Abzu. I'm not going to go through the development teams.
No.
So we've got Abzu, Dishonored 2, Inside, The Last Guardian, not Inside The Last Guardian, Inside and The Last Guardian, Uncharted 4, and Unraveled.
Should we talk about them before we give the winner away?
No, I can barely talk about any of them. The only one I played was Uncharted 4.
Uncharted 4 was amazing.
Uncharted 4 was spectacular.
I've recently been just going through Unravel, and it's a really nice looking game, where you're a little ball of yarn essentially, and you fall out of this basket that this older woman is been knitting from, and you have to bring all these memories back into a like a photo book, and it's about being alone. The game is. I'm about halfway through it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I know it looks nice. I don't think there's much.
It's just your average kind of platform. There's not a lot to do, and it is a couple of puzzles, but not much. Yeah, it's all right. I haven't played Last Guardian.
No.
Haven't played Dishonored 2.
No.
Inside was really fucking good, and it was even better than Limbo. And Abzu was really, really good as well. I really enjoyed playing through that.
Abzu was the underwater
one.
Yeah.
From the guys that made Journey.
Yeah,
I bought it in the Steam sale over Christmas, and I played through it for about 3 hours, and it was just really relaxing. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, the winner is Inside, which is very well deserved.
Boo.
It looked incredible. It looked very incredible.
Yeah, the art. It was very. The art was very good. The art was.
It had more colour than Limbo as well. Not by much, but it did have more.
Yeah, I mean, Uncharted was sort of traditional. Well, Uncharted was just like real life. It's fine.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I guess any of those would have been.
They're all worthy, to be honest.
Yeah, but Inside was very kind of like abstract arty, I think.
Yeah, it looked really. The setting that they had as well, it just played very well.
Yeah. So, in the category of audio achievement, the nominees were Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, The Last Guardian, Res Infinite, and Uncharted 4. Battlefield 1 I didn't play. I assume it's just explosions of all different kinds.
Which has its own challenges in audio achievement.
Yeah. Doom was really good. It was like...
I love the soundtrack to Doom.
It was basically playing a heavy metal video from the 80s.
It was, yeah.
Really good. Really, really enjoyed it. Inside again. Didn't play it.
Well, it had audio. It's a score, so it was just... There wasn't a lot going on. It was just more background type stuff than an actual... music. So
Last Guardian again, neither of us played. I need to buy it. I should play it.
It's only like 23 quid.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
Yeah.
Res Infinite. Res always has incredible sound. Res is spectacular. And Uncharted 4 again.
Uncharted 4 soundtrack was fantastic.
I don't remember the sound, but I don't really remember the sound for Uncharted 4. But then I guess
that's probably a good thing because it works really well.
Yeah, I mean, a good soundtrack you probably won't pay much attention to. It'll just set the mood and be really atmospheric. Whereas if it was bad, you'd know it was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Personally, I think... Well, I don't know about Last Guardian because I haven't played it. But out of that lot, for me, it would have been Doom. Doom was incredible.
Yeah, Doom was really good.
It's just the way it ramped up as well when you were when the action kicked in and... Oh, yeah, I want to go back and play it again.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I might... I played it on the PS4, but if, when it's cheap on the PC, I'll probably just get it then.
Yeah, I picked it up over Christmas in the Steam sale. I got it for £13.
Nice.
Very well worth the money.
So, do you want to announce the winner?
Oh, yes. I thought I had, sorry. I got so wrapped up in it, I forgot about the winner. Yes, it was The Last Guardian.
Yes, The Last Guardian. The game that neither of us played, so we can't even comment.
No, we can't comment on that one.
I'm sure it's good, probably.
But let's say it was Doom.
Yeah, it was Doom. Doom was really good. So, best game was Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch, a lot of watches, Stardew Valley, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4.
A lot of good games there.
Yeah, Firewatch I never played.
I haven't played it, but it looks really cool. I want to get it at some point.
Yeah.
Inside was incredible.
Yeah, Overwatch is one of those games that I kind of want to play, but I don't know if I ever will now.
My problem with those games is I'll play for an hour or so and then I've had my fill. It's not my kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sort of thing where you want to... Like, if you had a big group of friends all playing it, it would be like a social event almost.
A lot of people at my work played at lunchtimes, and it looks really nice. It runs really well.
I think everyone it runs really well on, like, even really subpar equipment.
Everyone seems to be really into lore about it. That seems really cool. Yeah, I mean, the art style is really good on it.
I like the art style. I think it looks great. I think Blizzard have made a really good game, but I just don't want to get involved.
Yeah. Timefall 2 looked really good. I really want to play the campaign of that, so I need to get that at some point.
Yeah, it's cheap as well, I think.
Yeah. And obviously Uncharted 4, I really, really enjoyed that game. Like, really enjoyed that game.
Stardew Valley as well is kind of like more of a RPG Harvest Moon game.
Yeah, just by the name, it made me think of that.
It's I mean, I think it looks incredible. It's probably really good. I mean, it was made by one guy in about 3 years, I think.
Oh wow!
And it changed a lot. So it's such a well-designed game. I mean, I'll listen to people who play it and they're like, yeah, it's I sort of started playing it at like 10 o'clock in the morning thinking, don't think I'm really going to be into this, and before I know it, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and I've no idea what's going on. So yeah, I think that's probably really good.
So out of that list, which one do you think would have won Game of the Year?
I
know we know because we're looking at it right now, but if you don't have that, what do you think would have won that?
If someone just said to me, these are the games, which do you think would have won? I still think it would have been Uncharted 4.
Right, okay. I thought it would have been Overwatch.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like incredibly popular. Everyone raves about how great it is.
But there's not much of a game to it.
No, it was Team Fortress, isn't it?
Yeah, so for that kind of reason, that's why I wouldn't have thought... Like, these aren't... I mean, the people that do the awards, that give up, that decide the winner, I suppose, they're not specifically gamers, I don't think. They probably are heavily into games now.
I think these are done by journalists and stuff from the UK.
Really?
They get together and then they nominate games and then they decide. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's how it works. But yeah, Uncharted 4 walked away with Game of the Year, which I'm quite happy about.
Yeah, they was well deserved.
Although I do find it interesting that this is the British Game Awards, and we have games that were made by American companies and, well, just from companies from all over the world. I wonder if they have to have some kind of UK connection or something in there. I don't know.
I mean, isn't Naughty Dog based in the UK?
Nah, it's America. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure. Well, you've got Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe publishing it, so technically, it could be. I don't know. I might.
I guess.
I don't care.
They still deserve the win.
Yeah.
But best British game. Here we go. So we've got Batman Arkham VR, Forza Horizon 3, No Man's Sky. I didn't realise No Man's Sky was British. That's embarrassing.
From team from Guildford.
Overcooked, Planet Coaster, and Virginia. So like Arkham VR was that game that was basically just like, yeah, here's a VR game. Enjoy.
Here's Batman. You can throw some Batman batarangs, and you can
have a look around.
Put your suit on.
Stuff.
It's okay. It's all right.
No,
just a demo thing.
That's it. It's more of a tech demo than a game.
Yeah. Basically, the most fun I had on that was just dancing, making Batman dance. That was the best thing. Forza Horizon 3 looked amazing.
It's
played extremely well.
I mean, I don't really enjoy those kind of racing simulations, but it looks incredible.
Well, this one's a bit more arcadey than being simulation style. But yeah, I know what you mean. No Man's Sky was very interesting.
It's let's say that it has a complicated history.
With all the recent patches and stuff, it's beginning to sound more like the game that they wanted to make.
Yeah, I think.
And that whole debacle thing was probably more down to Sony saying you've got to release it now.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a game where I could go out and make my own story, like Minecraft. When Minecraft came out, they weren't just like, oh well. I think there was a lot of promises about No Man's Sky. If there was no promises and it just came out like Minecraft did, it would probably have done a lot better. But I enjoyed it. I thought there was enough to do in the bit I played, so I wasn't too bothered with it.
Planet Coaster, I don't know what that one was like.
Just Roller Coaster Tycoon, just a remake of
Virginia, I don't know what that is either.
Never heard of Virginia. Actually, tell a lie, I think I do know. I think it's a I think it's like a point and click mystery, and Virginia's the name of a character from a like mystery. No, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm just talking nonsense.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. But Overcooked walked away with the win.
I don't even know what Overcooked is.
Basically, it's a multiplayer game where you are pitted. You have to work together and create food going out.
Is that it?
But yeah, but it's like you it's like crazy missions where you're on like a lorry that splits up and you have to work together with each other. And the people who have said that they've played it, I've always said like if you don't want to get along with your friends, that's a game to play.
Yeah, I was.
It sounds amazing. We should get it and play it.
Yeah, I think it's 4-player as well. I was talking to a friend of mine who, his girlfriend isn't into games at all, but she just can't stop playing it. So they'll just sit and play it all night.
Yeah,
which is quite nice. And Virginia is a first-person mystery game. So,
okay,
there you go. So for debut game, we've got Firewatch, Overcooked, Oxenfree, which I've not heard of. That Dragon Cancer, which just thinking about the game makes me want to cry. The Witness, and Virginia again. So Firewatch, I didn't play. I think it has something to do with park rangers.
Yeah, and you have to put out fires.
Well,
that's about as much as I know about the game.
Fair enough. Overcooked again, which is, well, we've just spoken about it. Oxenfree, don't know any. I'm not even sure I've ever heard of it.
No, I've not heard of Oxenfree either.
That Dragon Cancer is just, I can't play it. Do you know what it's about?
No.
That Dragon Cancer is about it's a game written by two parents who have a small child that has cancer, and it's a real thing.
I heard about
they
this.
Are actually parents. They have a child that has cancer, and they're just trying to deal with it. And I just can't. I don't.
It's a mobile game, isn't it?
No, it's on the PC.
It might be on the mobile as well.
It might be mobile as well, but I can't get involved in that. I just absolutely cannot. But then I don't know. Does the child survive, or I'll have to read into it a bit. But
or finish playing it.
Yeah. So The Witness.
That's an interesting puzzle game. I'd like to get that at some point when it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, I know what it is now. There was a lot of games that all sort of came out at the same time that all had the same kind of gimmick. A bit like
The Witness
Myst, isn't it?
Yeah, The Witness is the one that was shown on the reveal of the PS4. It was Jonathan Blow who made that.
Yeah, I mean it looks quite good. But then people have just been like, oh yeah, I was doing really well, and I promised I wouldn't look at a guide. And then I got stuck on one puzzle for about 6 hours, and then I read a guide. But there's loads of endings to it, and there's no one canonical ending, and it's all just. It sounds like it'd be a lot of work.
I find this interesting because the game that won this category was Firewatch. So that was best debut game, I guess, is what that category.
Yeah.
But the best British game was Overcooked. How does that work out?
Oh, I don't know. Well, yeah, even Firewatch was in British Game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, it wasn't. No.
No, well, there you go.
No.
So evolving game. We have Destiny: Rise of Iron, Elite Dangerous Horizons, EVE Online, Final Fantasy XIV, Hitman, and Rocket League. Destiny: Rise of Iron. I played Destiny when that first came out, and then I got the expansion House of Wolves. Was it?
Yeah, I didn't even bother getting that far.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was quite good. It appeals to my MMO grindy sort of nature, I guess.
I hate grinding.
Yeah, grinding's one of those things that takes a very special. I don't know. But I played it with a friend, so that was how I got through it. Elite Dangerous. I always wanted to play it, but I know it's a hard game. Not particularly a hard game to get into, but yeah, I think you have to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, I love the idea of it. My problem is it sounds more like a bloody job.
Yeah, it does sound like a job. EVE Online or XL the game is I tried to play it. There was a 14-day trial. Me and a friend of mine tried to get into it. I played it for like 3 days and decided it just wasn't for me. My friend subscribed to it for about a year. So yeah, I can't really add an awful lot more to that. Final Fantasy XIV I adored. Oh my god, I loved that game.
Nah, not my kind of thing.
It's a game that I'm always threatening to go back to. It's such a good game. But then it's the MMO thing where you get to max level and the only thing to do is grind and grind and grind and grind, and that's the bit that gets a bit tedious.
Yeah, but online games just bore me quite a lot, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's a free-to-play game. Off topic slightly. There's a free-to-play MMO called Skyforge. I just saw it on PSN yesterday. It's free to download, free to play. It's an MMO, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go, and I've not even loaded it up yet. So, but yeah, Hitman is
that looked quite like a pretty good game. I might actually have to pick that one up at some point.
Yeah, I mean, people when people heard it was episodic, they were like, oh, this is going to be stupid, I'm not going to play this, and then loads of people bought it, and then they're going to release the whole thing. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't get on with these kind of stealthy, sneaky games anyway, so I probably won't grab it.
And then the winner was Rocket League.
Yeah. Well,
who didn't see that one coming?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. I don't. I think it was.
I guess it has been evolving as well, because they've been putting in new kinds of modes, basketballs and American football, and you got all these other card types now.
I mean, I think it's simply because I wasn't very good at it that I gave up almost straight away. But yeah,
I enjoyed it. It's one of those games that it's cool to have a blast on, and then I can leave it for a long time.
It's the sort of thing that would be better if you had friends to play with as a social event. But it just wasn't. I didn't really, so I gave up.
Okay, what's the next category?
So,
family.
For the family, we have Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, Overcooked, The Playroom VR, Pokemon Go, Ratchet and Clank, and Toka Hair Salon 3.
Never even heard of that one.
Oh, I know Toka Hair Salon 3. It's a mobile game. It's
where you make hairstyles?
Oh, really? It's you can live out all your. You get the sort of girls that chop all the hair off a Barbie by being a hairdresser. It's basically that, the game. And
okay.
It's shockingly good fun. But I wouldn't have nominated it for a Bafta.
Obviously, someone liked it enough to put it in.
Yeah, must have done. So Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. I guess it's just a Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah, been there, done that. Don't care anymore.
Yeah. Overcooked again. The Playroom VR. I didn't realise there was. I mean, I don't really understand how it can be a family game because you can only have one VR headset per console.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can do things with the on-screen thing as well, so it is kind of multiplayer.
Yeah, maybe. Pokemon Go, again, it's not really... I wouldn't have called it family because you don't really interact together.
Maybe it's just because it's family, because it's like 3+ games.
Yeah, aimed at children, aimed at smaller children, maybe.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about Pokemon Go? Does everyone knows what Pokemon Go is, I assume?
I imagine so, yes.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah, the remake. It's not kind of like a it's not even like an HD remake. It's just like a ground up reimagining.
Yeah.
So yeah, and a Toka Hair Salon.
So Overcooked won this one.
Yeah.
Probably fine on that collection. I mean, it's meant to be really good. I'd really want to play it.
Yeah, we should. It'll be the sort of thing that we'd have to buy and then stream one day.
Definitely.
So game design: Battlefield 1, Dishonored, Battlefield 1, Dishonored 2, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and The Witness. So,
I think this is a really hard one to decide out of that lot.
I think it is. Yeah, I mean, Battlefield.
They're
1,
all extremely different, but they all do it extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can gather, Battlefield 1 is very kind of like true to the period.
Mm-hmm. Dishonored 2, that looks really good.
Yeah, we were like steampunky future imagining.
Yeah.
Inside is like black and white again.
Well, that was definitely one of my favourite games from last year, and it's also the winner of this category.
Overwatch, we've already talked about how incredible Overwatch looks. Titanfall 2 is the one where I would sort of say, well, it looks a lot like Titanfall.
But apparently the campaign on it is done so well. So, I don't know. That's a really hard one to decide. I mean, I'm quite glad that Inside won that. It was very, very good. The game design on that was great. They just made...
Yeah, I mean,
it's really good choices on that.
If people said to me these were the nominees, I would probably have said Battlefield 1 or Overwatch.
Yeah, so it's nice to see the little game Inside win.
Yeah, certainly a smaller team. So game innovation is Batman Arkham VR.
How has it got another?
I guess it's kind of it's one of the first VR console games, so kind of. Firewatch, Pokemon Go, That Dragon Cancer, Unseen Diplomacy, which I've never heard of, and The Witness again. The
Witness has had quite a few nominees.
Yeah, it had quite a few nominations, but no wins yet. I mean, I think we've spoken about all of those at length. Unseen Diplomacy, I don't know. That Dragon.
I actually don't know what that is.
That Dragon Cancer,
one.
I would have to say, because no games have you playing as a parent coping with a child that has cancer. That's the only one of its kind. Yeah,
so it's probably good that it won, I guess.
Yeah, it did. It certainly won. It's probably well deserved. I'm
going to have to check this out. It sounds very interesting.
It sounds horrible. It sounds like the sort of thing that would make you cry, make you die inside.
Well, you have a kid, so
yeah,
that's probably why.
Probably why. Oh no! Mobile. Jesus, this goes on and on. Mobile. So, The Banner Saga 2, Dawn of Titans, Deus Ex Go, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon? Come on. I thought these were just
hang on. I thought this was going to be mobile games. I guess... Really? That's handheld?
It's not a mobile, it's a... whatever. And Reigns. So, the Banner Saga 2 is like a tactical Viking... Not that interested. Dawn of Titans, no idea. Deus Ex Go was like Hitman Go and Tomb Raider Go.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is nothing like Deus Ex Go, or Tomb Raider Go or any of the other Goes. It's its own thing.
This one where you actually have to go to places.
Sun and Moon, which is just another Pokemon game by all accounts, and Reigns that I have no idea about.
Now, this can make complete sense why Pokemon Go won this one. It when that was out, that everyone was playing it. It was really cool, really interesting, and then because they didn't support it right, and loads of other problems, it's just everyone doesn't give a shit about it anymore.
Yeah, it kind of went
out.
in and out of fashion very quickly.
Well, it was kind of like, oh, this is what Pokemon's all about. This is what you've always wanted to do: go out and catch Pokemon in the wild. It's the actual fantasy. You're actually doing it. And then it was like, oh well, the game is it's not that great, really, is it? You catch the Pokemon. Oh, you can go to a gym and battle something, but
now that you've caught it,
I can't trade. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I guess
all I can do is grind up my spare ones.
Yeah, hopefully, in a few. I don't even know how. I don't even think they put trading and things in it yet.
Not yet. They said they were going to, but it's not. As far as I'm aware, it's not in yet.
I would be surprised if they even got that far. Unfortunately, now, I think the moment has passed for Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, Pokemon Go won. So not shocked at all.
No, it's probably good. I agree with that one. I think that's a good one. And plus, it's an actual mobile. I get why Pokemon Sun and Moon have been put in there because, well, there's no real handheld competition anymore. It's the DS, or you have a mobile game. So I guess that's why it's all lumped in together now.
So multiplayer is an interesting one.
Yeah.
So bad, I guess not that interesting. I would, if someone read these out, I'd know who'd win. So Battlefield 1, Forza Horizon 3, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Tom Clancy's The Division.
I enjoyed The Division playing it in co-op.
I
didn't
really
care
enjoyed
about
it.
the what was it? The darker. Is that the right dark area? Oh, whatever. Dark Zone.
Dark Zone, maybe.
Something like that.
The horrible bit where people were knobheads.
Yeah, I don't really care about that area, but
No.
I enjoyed playing with you.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2, I hear the multiplayer is very much the same as Titanfall 1, which was really good. Overcooked, we talked about. Forza Horizon, I guess
that's not an online game. It's a local play, as far as I'm aware. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. Forza Horizon 3, okay, it's just racing.
And Battlefield.
Yeah, so obviously this was going to go to Overwatch.
Obviously, there could be no other winner.
No. No, everyone seems to be loving it. They've done lots of great improvements from what I hear. So yeah, that was pretty obvious, I think.
Yeah. Music is Abzu, Doom, Inside, The Last Guardian, Uncharted 4, and Virginia.
Basically, we spoke about all those games already.
Yeah.
Mine would be Doom, because that was great.
Definitely Doom.
The actual winner was Virginia, so would like to hear the soundtrack to that, see what that's like.
Yeah, I think I need to play Virginia. It's been announced, it's been nominated for a lot, so it must have been pretty good. Narrative, luckily we could skip over that one fairly quick. Narrative, Dishonored 2, Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree, and Uncharted 4.
Now, I liked the Uncharted 4 story, but it wasn't really much different from the others. It was just kind of bringing things to a close for, well, Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Whether they do any more of the other characters remains to be seen. Like, you've got the add-on, which is about Chloe going off and doing stuff, but it was okay. It wasn't an incredible story, was it? It served what it needed to do.
I don't know. You start off as one, like looking for one thing, and then you go somewhere else, and go somewhere else, and then eventually you're on Pirate Island, and
yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. I'm just saying as a whole, it wasn't anything like groundbreaking.
I thought it was really good. Oxenfree. It turns out I do know about. It's kind kind of like a graphic adventure where you are like kids in a storm trying to solve a mystery. And there's like all different paths through it and different things can happen, but I never played it, so I don't know.
Mafia 3, I know it's not meant to be a very good game. It doesn't run very well on anything, but it is interesting. The story sounds quite interesting. They've gone for a very historical fact, and it also has a warning at the start of the game. The fact that they reference the N-word a lot because this is what it was like then, which is true. It's what it was like. So going for authenticity, I think that's really good. I'm not 100% sure what this story is like, but I've heard it's all right.
I'm not even sure. It's one of those things that you sort of hear good and bad things. So I don't know. It would be one of those games that I imagine I pick up cheap.
Dishonored 2 and Firewatch, they're meant to be pretty interesting stories as well.
Yeah.
Inside, who they yet again they win this category. Nothing's actually spoken through the entire game. There's no text dialogues or anything whatsoever. It's all just played out. But it's really quite interesting.
I'm going to have to play it. It's won so many awards.
Oh, it's definitely worth playing. And I don't really want to say anything about the story because it will spoil it. But there's no text and there's no speech or anything like that. You've got kind of noises. But yeah, I won't say any more. You need to experience it. But it's for me there it would have been between that and Uncharted. Because I haven't played the other games, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Uncharted in Inside definitely, and I can kind of see why they went with Inside.
Original property is Firewatch, Inside, The Last Guardian, Overwatch, Unravel, and The Witness, and we've spoken about all of them at length.
Yep, so Inside wins again. Yet
Shocked.
another award for them.
I'm so shocked that won over any of the other games.
Now, I would have thought that... Well, the thing is, Overwatch is Team Fortress 2, essentially. The Last Guardian is another, Shadow of Colossus...
Team Ico game.
Yeah. Unravel, it's a basic platformer which has a kind of a sad story to it. Firewatch, I'm actually not sure what the story is on that. I just know you're a fireman, I guess you are. So I'd be interested to actually really play that and find out what that's actually like. But again, I kind of see that it would have been Inside on this.
I've not played it, so I can't. I need to play it. I just need to play it.
But the problem also, you could also just say, well, Inside is just Limbo, which it is essentially as well. So it's a really hard category. It's not like none of them are completely original because they're all kind of based on something beforehand.
But like a property to me is.
It's just a new IP, isn't it? A new name.
Yeah, but like I guess if someone says, "Oh, it's a new IP," or if they say it's a new property, I expect a property to have a sequel.
Yeah, Inside won't get a sequel.
No.
The Last Guardian won't get a sequel, I wouldn't have thought.
I would be surprised if Unravel or The Witness did. I don't know if they'll do an Overwatch 2 or if they'll just patch Overwatch a lot.
No, they'll probably go to Overwatch 2 at some point.
Yeah. Okay, so performers. We've got 3 more categories left. So, I mean, if this was on TV, this would take hours.
Yeah.
Alex Hernandez as Lincoln Clay in Mafia 3. That's the black main character, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Sissy Jones as Delilah in Firewatch. No idea. Emily Rose as Eleanor Fisher in Uncharted 4. That's Nathan Drake's fiance, I guess. I guess you'd be Drake if she was wife. Yeah. Then why is she not Drake? Why is she not Eleanor Drake?
I don't know.
There you go. Naveed Negaban, you'll never listen to this, but I apologise. As Haj Agar in 1979 Revolution Black Friday, no idea.
No idea.
Nolan North, the voice of everyone, as Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4, and Troy Baker, the voice of everyone else, as Sam Drake in Uncharted 4. So 3 Uncharted 4 nominations.
Yeah, because they all did a fantastic performance. Troy Barker always puts... I really like Troy Barker because the roles he has, he can change his voice very well.
Yeah,
like, so you'll listen to a game and you might not even realise that it's him.
He's and Nolan North are incredible.
Nolan North's really good, but he doesn't change his voice.
I guess Nolan North's always Nolan North.
Yeah. But he's very good at what he does as well.
Although saying
Emily Rose is also really good as well. I really like her.
Nolan North voiced Deadpool in the Deadpool game, and he has a conversation with himself on the phone. And they are very different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nolan North's normal speaking voice is very different. I guess Nolan North's acting voice is just Nolan North.
Yeah. So the winner was Cissy Jones. And we don't know because you haven't played Firewatch.
No idea. Don't know who Delilah is. Don't know if she's pivotal to the story. Don't know what she does. So who knows?
Well, congratulations to her, I guess.
Yeah. So the Bafta Ones to Watch Award in association with Dare to Be Digital. I guess these are games that haven't come out yet.
I guess so.
So Among the Stones, Pentagrab, and Rebound. I don't know any of those.
Among the Stones took it.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Is that a thing?
No, I think we should go check them out after this.
Yeah. And AMD's Esports Audience Award. Who I don't know what the is this the are these games that are good to watch, I guess. I don't know.
I don't understand what this category is.
No, so there's a choice of Clash Royale, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO, I guess, Dota 2, League of Legends, Dota, Dawn of the Alliance 2, there we go, League of Legends, Overwatch, and Street Fighter 5.
And apparently Clash Royale was the one that's the best.
But I don't know how, because Clash Royale's a fucking free-to-play freemium mobile game. How is it good to watch?
I don't know. Is it betting? Is it like poker?
I've just got zero clue.
I would have thought that might have gone to Overwatch. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That's just an odd award to me.
It sounds really weird.
And then there was one more award, which was the special award.
Was there?
Yeah, it's right at the top of the list.
Oh, was there?
I assumed you were just going to do that last.
No. Special award goes to. Bro, dude, do you want to do it? Because it's the win. There's only one person, and I guess it's the winner.
Yeah, Brenda Romero.
Don't know. No idea who that is.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy who made Doom? I think that's the guy who made Doom, isn't it?
I don't know.
I know it's a girl. So I was completely wrong. American games designer and developer.
Did they die?
She's born in New York. Born 12th of October 1966. She's 50 years old. Oh, spouse John Romero. So John Romero is the guy who made Doom. So yeah, I was in the right ballpark. It must be his wife.
Maybe.
But what does she get the award for? It doesn't actually say, does it?
No, really bad. I guess that's why I never considered it a thing. Okay, so Among the Stones is about a young traveller called Leah, who is washed up on a mysterious island You explore the island and solve its challenges in order to learn the mysteries and powers of the living stone inhabitants of the lands.
Wow, that sounds...
I don't know. Sounds fairly dry. Sorry, Blue Door Games.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she got an award. I guess she's just been given the award because she's good.
Maybe historical services towards gaming. I don't know.
She started off. According to her Wikipedia page, she started off as a tester.
Oh well, there you go. You could in 50 years' time, you could be winning the special award for
Maybe.
awards.
I've got to work my way up the ladder and become a.
Work your way up the corporate ladder and marry John Romero.
She became a game designer and then a lead designer and then a director at one point as well. She was director on the Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Commander game. Yeah, she should probably just. It's probably an award for just her being so long in the industry. That's pretty impressive, as well, because she started in 1981, so that was back in the time when there was hardly any women in the industry as well.
Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good track record as well.
So well done,
nice
you.
Yeah,
I think it's probably best to kind of wrap this up because that was. I'm not going to say it was dry, but that was fairly dry.
And complete unrehearsed and off the cuff.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the Baftas. If anyone actually watched it, which I'm guessing they didn't.
I completely forgot about it because we were doing a podcast last week.
Ah, well there you go. It's the podcast's fault that we forgot about the Baftas.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, one of Cody's games weren't nominated this year, so I didn't care.
That's not in the spirit of the things.
No, I did. I just forgot that it was on. Yeah. So next year, maybe we should do a streaming party next year, and we'll watch it and stream us watching it.
Oh, that would be so tedious. We have to do that.
Yeah.
Let's
do it next year.
Right. So what have we been up to? What have you been up to?
Playing more Mass Effect and playing Dead Space with you, and that is it.
Yeah, Mass Effect, Dead Space, that Mass Effect mobile game, which I'm kind of addicted to because I all I need to do is log in, press some buttons, and then leave it for 5 hours. That's exactly the kind of mobile game I need.
I'm enjoying Mass Effect. I still wish the inventory stuff was clearer and wasn't.
I hope
cluttered.
they patch that.
Yeah. It basically, if you played the first Mass Effect game, this one's basically like that again. I'm enjoying it, having fun. It's got issues.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting to really enjoy playing through Dead Space 3 now. Now I've been able to upgrade my suit and stuff. It's become a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's we've got to the planet, so that's really good.
About halfway through the game, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second playthrough where you get to keep all your stuff and be super overpowered.
Oh, I tell you what I did do at the weekend. I built my Raspberry Pi and turned it into a Retro Pi.
Oh, is it good? Is it?
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, I was
really
I was planning on getting one actually. Now
I've set it up so I don't have to have games running off an SD card. It runs off a hard drive, so I can have way more games on there now.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to set mine up. I'll figure it out. But I've got some massive SD cards floating around.
Yeah, that's about it for me, really.
Yeah, that's basically all I've done as well. Mass Effect and Dead Space.
So, where can we find you online then?
You can find me at Pondis Plays on Facebook and Twitter. I'm trying to be a bit more involved with them, but I do forget sometimes. You can find us at www.nothingtoplay.co.uk, which is probably where you're listening to the podcast, or you could be listening on YouTube, in which case go to the website.
YouTube, and it's on iTunes, Stitcher,
and the other
ones.
A couple of other ones.
If we're not on one that you like to use, let us know.
Yeah, although I think most of them trawl through iTunes, so
Yeah.
chances are if you are listening to us on a different thing, we're already on it. Where are you?
I'm currently at home.
Good. I'm glad.
Excellent. Yeah. No, I'm Ivan _Zar, spelled ZARR on Twitter. I'm Bulbbearded Gamer on Instagram and YouTube. Yeah, I think that's it. And then we've got our Facebook group as well for Nothing to Play.
Yeah, the Nothing to Play Facebook group. You should come and have a look at. There's one last thing I want to note. I want to mention, which hopefully everyone's seen. Dragon Age Inquisition, the deluxe edition, is currently $2.99 on PSN. If you're a Plus member, $2.99.
That's a really good price.
It's
really
ridiculous.
Good price.
It's incredible. It's like easily 30 hours of entertainment for £3. That's 10 hours of entertainment per pound you spend. It's really, really good.
Nice. Well, I think I'll get around to playing that at some point because I have the EA access on PC, so I'll probably play on that at some point.
Really good. Well worth playing.
I played the first hour of it on the Xbox because I had a month trial with EA access, and it seemed pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of very similar to the way that Mass Effect Andromeda works, in that there are kind of fairly big sandboxes that you move around and do quests in, and then you move to like a main area, like your keep, and then you go to a different big sandbox and do all your quests there, and then you can just keep moving between sandboxes, which is kind of how Mass Effect works.
Yeah. A lot of people have said to me is Mass Effect, but Dragon Age Inquisition
In space.
I can't speak now.
Yeah, it's really good. It's well worth playing.
Yeah, I when I get a chance. I've got too many other games to play.
I know that feeling. Right, so we are going to sign off for another week.
Yes, we're back next week.
Yeah, hopefully with some more exciting news.
Yay.
And not an hour-long list of people that were at the Baftas.
Well, I should be jumping with joy in the hope of getting my 1080 Ti next week.
Oh, no one cares about your stupid 1080 Ti.
Everyone cares, and they will care.
So yeah, look.
I'm just gonna have a photo of me just kissing the box, going, I'll put it on Instagram.
There's like Rule 34 online with that. I'm sure. I don't want to know it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
So definitely going.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.